Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter ratio, rates and proportions. The lessons we're going to cover today are equivalent ratios, word problems, and compare ratios. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So here I'm on grade 8 math. Chapter you're on right now is ratios, rates, and proportions. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is equivalent ratios. Are these ratios equivalent? We are given the ratios 5:4 and 20:16. You have to see if they are equivalent. So write them down in the fractional form, that is 5/4 and 20/16. Just cross multiply. You have to do 16 times 5 and 4 times 20. So both sides are exactly equal. That means the fractions are equivalent. So the ratios are equivalent. Let's just start with the test questions. Are these ratios equivalent? 2:3 and 16:15. So let's just write them down in the fraction form and cross multiply them. You have to do 2 times 15 and 3 times 16. 2 times 15 is 30 and 3 times 16 is 48. They are not equal. So the correct option is, are these ratios equivalent? No, they are not equivalent. The correct option is no. If these ratios equivalent? 3/10 and 12/10. So let's just see if they are equivalent. That is 3/5 and 12/10. So just cross multiply. 10 times 3 and 12 times 5. 10 times 3 is 30 and 12 times 5 is 60. So no, they are not equivalent. The correct option is no. The correct option is no, they are not. Are these ratios equivalent? 5/1 and 20/5, which is the correct option? 5 by 1 equals 20. Sorry, 5 by 1 equals 20 over 5. So just cross multiply. We have to do 5 times 5 and 20 times 1. 5 times 5 is 25 and 20 times 1 is 20. So no, they are not equivalent. So the ratios are not equivalent. The correct option is no. The correct option is no. Are these ratios equivalent? 4 by 3 and 20 by 12. No, they are not equivalent. Option number 2 is the correct option. Are these ratios equivalent? 1 by 4 to 5 by 20. The correct option is yes, they are equivalent. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, yes. 4 over 2 and 16 over 4, which is the correct option? No, they are not equivalent, right? The correct option is no. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is equivalent ratios word problems. Are these ratios equivalent? So two ratios are equivalent if their cross product is equivalent. 48 over 32, write them down in the fraction form, and 41 over 45. So just cross multiply and see if they are equivalent. Let's just start with the practice test questions. Are these ratios equivalent? Write them down in the fractional form. That is 3 over 20 and 6 over 40. Just do cross multiplication. That is 120 equals 120. Yes, they are exactly equivalent. The correct option is yes. Are these ratios equivalent? That is 30 to 3 and 17 to 1. They are not equivalent. You have to do 30 times 1 and 17 times 3. That is 30 and that is 51. So no, they are not equivalent. The correct option is no. Okay, 4 to 2 and 14 to 7. So which is the correct option? Yes, they are exactly equivalent. The correct option is yes. Are these ratios equivalent? 10 to 8 and 15 to 12? Yes, they are equivalent. The correct option is yes. Are these ratios equivalent? That is 30 to 32 and 35 to 31. I think they are not equivalent. That's the one we didn't do here. Let's just do the cross multiplication. That is 30 times 31. That is 930. 35 times 32. That is 1112. So no, they are not equivalent. The correct option is no. Are these ratios equivalent? 44 to 42 and 22 to 21? Yes, they are equivalent. Option number 1 is the correct option. 6 to 2 and 15 to 8. No, they are not equivalent, right? Are these ratios equivalent? 16 to 9 and 14 to 21? No, they are not equivalent, right? I think they are equivalent. Yes, they are equivalent. The correct option is yes. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Hello, hello. The next lesson is compare ratios word problems. Anne's macaroni and cheese recipe calls for 4 packages of cheddar cheese and 2 packages of Parmesan cheese. Martin's macaroni and cheese recipe calls for 3 packages of cheddar and 1 package of Parmesan. Whose recipe has a lower package of cheddar cheese, 2 packages of Parmesan cheese? So to calculate if to see if they are exactly equivalent, we have to convert it into percentage. Let's just start with the test questions. A restaurant critic reviewed restaurants in Newbury and Bloomington. In Newbury, the critic gave 14 positive reviews and 20 negative reviews. In Bloomington, 7 of the reviews were positive and 14 of the reviews were negative. In which city did the restaurant critic give a lower ratio to positive and to negative ratios? So in Newbury, that is 14 to 20, and in Bloomington, they are 7 to 10. So here, if you simplify the fraction, 2 times 7 is 10, 2 times 10 is 20. So both the fractions are exactly equal. So that means neither the ratios are equivalent. Option number 2 is the correct option. Toad's Punch recipe called for 9 liters of lemon soda and 6 liters of pineapple juice. So that is 9 to 6. And Jared's Punch recipe called for 6 liters of lime soda and 4 liters of pineapple. Which recipe has the higher rate of lime soda to pineapple juice? Just divide them and multiply them by the 100. Convert them into percentage form. 9 divided by 6 times 100. That is 150. And then 6 divided by 4, that is also 150 percentage. So though both neither the ratios are equivalent, the correct option is option number 2. They are equivalent. Calais and Travis are Cale and Travis are photographers who specialize in portraits. Last year, Calais photographed 14 individuals and 21 families. That is 19 and 25. So let's just convert into percentage form. 14 divided by 21 times 100, that is 66.6, and then 19 divided by 25 times 100, that is 76. So 16.6 is less than 17. The question is who photographed the lower ratio of individuals? So that is the one. Kelly is the one who did the lower. ratio. Option number one is the correct option. During a road trip, Pablo stopped at two rest stops in parking lot of the first rest stop. He counted 42 cars and 34 trucks. In second rest stop, he counted 46 cars and 38 trucks. At which stop did Pablo count a lower ratio of cars to trucks? So that is 42 to 34 and 46 to 38. So who has the higher ratio? Let's just convert them into percentage form. 42 divided by 38 is 123%, and 46 divided by 38 is 121. So who has the lower ratio? The second rest stop has the lower ratio. The correct option is the second rest stop. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. So we were working on grade 8 math. The chapter we are working on is ratios, rates and proportions. The lessons we have covered today are So we're working on grade 8 math. Chapter working on is ratios, rates, and proportions. The lessons we have covered today are equivalent ratios, word problems, and compare ratio word problems. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.